Confessions. I feel like everyone, I don't want to say everyone, but like people have confessions, which is like, okay, like I get it, but I also don't, because when people confess things, they put it on the internet. And to me, that doesn't make sense. I'm very much a diary kind of person. I don't understand why people put things on the internet, because I've tried it before. I'm not judging something I haven't done. I don't know how to explain the whole story, but basically I was mad at my family, and then I put it on the internet, and I was like, it was under an anonymous account and everything. I was like, guys, this is what happened, and this is what they're doing, and like, oh, I hate it. And like, it was getting some traction. People were commenting, but like, I don't know, like within 2 seconds of having it up and having people respond, was just like, these people, like, they're not gonna be able to help me. So like, why did I put it on here? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. A lot of people confess things online. And I decided to follow a Reddit page that random people share their confessions on. And I just read one.
Wow.
The thing is, I don't want to read like 2-hour-long confessions. I'm just gonna read the short ones. Yes, because I want to judge. I want to, like, people are putting this online for a reason. They want people to react to it, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I feel like this is a good way to get to know somebody, because when I watch other YouTubers do it, it helps me know where their kind of values lie. And like, I don't really agree with a lot of them. I still love them, like Court Reezy, but like sometimes when she's reacting to random confessions, I'm like, that's weird. And she's like, okay. I'm like, no, that needs to get hate, but to each their own. So now it's my turn to spread hate. We're going to be reading random Reddit confessions. I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. Okay, I'm gonna read this one. This is a small one. It says, I looked at all the birthday presents I'm getting for my birthday. So all my gifts come from my Amazon wish list, and I just used my fiance's phone to look at my wish list and filter and purchase things. And presto, I can see all my gifts. But this way I know what's coming, and I can plan an appropriate reaction, since sometimes even when I'm excited, I don't look or seem excited. Okay, I mean, that one was so small, it's not even worth sharing. Like, I don't know how I feel about that one. I get it, because same, like, when I'm, like, especially when Christmas, like, I literally got an iPad and everything. I was like, thanks. Like, I'm really bad at reactions, but I feel like it just ruins it. I don't know, but I was not even that serious. Okay, this one says, I have a soft spot for kiwis. Who cares? Oh my gosh, okay, those are so boring. I'm going back to the regular confessions. I'm gonna read this one. Some days I think my relationship holds on because she can cook and I'm not all into it. Does that mean that she can cook and he's not, like, he doesn't like her cooking? Or like, she can cook and he's not all into cooking, so he keeps her around so she could cook for him? I don't know. Whenever she's not around, I just get my meals delivered, but the food is not nearly as satisfying as her cooking. Oh. If she was like me when it comes to cooking, I would have already ended the relationship without a second thought. There have already been some problems in other areas, although manageable and honestly overlooked. Oh, and mostly overlooked due to her progression for maturing and becoming more receptive for better communication. I also have my issues and go through bouts of depression, but being alone makes this even worse. I do miss her when she's away for about a week of every month to visit my family. To visit with family. Is there someone out there better for me? Probably, but again, I'm nowhere near being my best self, and I don't think I ever will be either. This is bad. I feel like they should just break up, because Okay, first of all, he entered the thing talking about the relationship holds because she can cook, and then went on to not really even explain how good of a cook she is. And then he just starts talking about some like, we're not matured and I'm not my best self, and so whatever, I'll settle. That's what it's giving, and I just feel bad for her because in my mind it's like I don't continue talking to people if I feel like I don't really like them all the way, because I don't want to lead them on and do them dirty. And you're doing her dirty. Like, I feel like it's not just about you, you know, like you should let her go out and see if she can find someone better. This one says Black parents are aggressive as heck and I hate that. Let's get into it. I'm speaking for myself and what I have seen. Disclaimer. Okay. I do not understand Black parents who want to beat the ever living out of their child for making a mistake or just generally. Secondly, I'm not afraid to beat her. Oh, yes, I said it. I will beat the out of my mother if she wanted to put her hands on me. The sad part is she knows her kids don't like her because of how she's the stereotypical Black parent. Aggression first, reason second. That is how they are. I told her to her face that, ma'am, you can't judge if you're a good parent. Only your kids can. Kind of. I guess you kind of ate that a little bit. Okay. And so far, 2 went no contact. 1 is here out of necessity. The other doesn't like you enough to always be around. I near wish you were dead every time I see you. And the last 3 are too young to realize how utterly insufferable you are as a person. Oh, hold on. 2, 1, you, 3. Oh, wow. That's a lot of kids, but I have 8 siblings. Obviously not all from like only 2 people, like same dad. I don't even know how many kids my mom has, so I'm really judging too much. Sad part is so many parents are like this where I live, and they get so surprised when their kid doesn't want to talk to them when they're legal. Well, yes. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. If you're Black and you've had this run in, please give me some advice on how I can keep my sanity for another 3 months until I turn 18. And then they said, I know all races have this issue and I'm simply speaking from my Black experience. And then the next person going to say, not only Black parents, some Mexican ones too. Like, yes, we know. But yeah. That's hard. I don't even think I could give advice on that. I mean, the most advice I could give is just like, don't give it energy. But I did that during my childhood years because like my dad used to be that way. He's not anymore, but like he definitely used to be like, if we said something he didn't agree with, it kind of escalated and we couldn't give a response back, or else he would like get even more mad. Like he had to have the last word. He had to be right about everything. And because of that, like I would always just like hide away in my room and stop talking to like my dad. Not like as in like no contact, like I still text him and stuff, but like it's definitely so awkward when my dad comes around. Like if me and my dad were in a car together and it was just us, I feel like I wouldn't be able to, like I wouldn't even know how to talk to him. I'd just be silent and like, I don't even know how to respond. But yeah, so I don't think that's healthy either. But I'm also very non-confrontational. I hate arguments and stuff. So my advice would be to like shut your mouth and not say anything back. But I know a lot of people don't like that because they feel like they want to be right as well and they want the last word. And some people are just okay with arguments, and that's okay. I don't know, because if I had parents, I mean, my dad would get dramatic, but he wouldn't like threaten me. Not me. He wouldn't say all this stuff to me. Oh my god, ew. This one says, I will forever be in love with you. I will forever be in love with you, Max. I didn't know love before I knew you. I'm sorry that everything ended this way. I'm sorry I'll never get to say it to you again. I hope you go very far in this life and don't look back. Ew, I'm not even done with it. Ew. But I will always look back. You're my first love and I didn't even know it. I had the hardest time living without you, but I hope you see. Wow, I can't read. But I hope I see you again in some supermarket aisle on a random Sunday. You were the best. That's like a diary. Like, that's one of those things where like, okay, cool, but you could have definitely kept that to yourself. It is giving like I only wrote it in hopes that he would know it's me, and then like that way we can get in contact again. That's what it's giving. That's what I think the plan here was all along. Because she was even like, Max. Ew. Nice. Let me stop. I never even know nothing like that. Like I'm being a hater. Oh. They said don't share this on any other social media platform. Not the one that I just read, but another one just said don't share this on any other social media platform. Then why are you posting it online? I get that. Why do you post it online to begin with? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna read it, but why is it there then? She told me to slap her, so I did, but like Jacobo Patoris? I don't even know. I'm gonna guess that like that's a guy slapping a girl, and I have very mixed emotions about this because I never believe that a man should hit a woman, and I don't know if there's ever a scenario where I'm gonna say women deserve it. Like that might be a pretty controversial take. Like push if you have to. Obviously if your life is on the line then fine, but I don't think that's a valid reaction to anything that's like not life-threatening. Sorry about it. My ex-wife died. I have very mixed emotions. I don't want to hear this. I feel like, do you even really love people that you be in relationships with? Because Reddit is really showing that these people are not even really in love. Cheating on my boy and boyfriend part 2. They just break up. I'm trying to like read some that aren't super inappropriate because I know sometimes my little sister watches these, but like I'm not gonna read any appropriate ones, but like these are crazy. Okay. Okay, some of these are crazy, but some of them are real. Some of them are real. Hold on. I regret deleting a fan fiction because the subject died in real life. And you regret deleting it? That seems like the right thing to do. So I've been a fanfic author for years. I probably hate you. I probably hate you. Since I was pretty much in singular digits. What? You have too much access to the internet. Just in much more innocent forms. Okay. A good few years ago, I wrote my best work, but it was filthy. It was based on a character, but that character had strong ties to the real guy who played him, who then passed away. Why are you just leaving it all up in the air? I want to know who it is. I left the fanfic up for 2 years afterwards, but it weighed on me morally. Then I deleted it from the site it was posted on, where it had gained a good amount of attention, and wiped it from my own files. Now I'm so mad I didn't just think to change the names, but if I'd left it up, I think I would have eventually questioned on why. Yeah, that's a real puzzling one. This is why sometimes it's like I'm glad I didn't have to go through that, because I think she did the right thing. Because if you're thinking that you feel guilty about something, you probably shouldn't be doing it, and you should probably delete it. So yeah. Okay. Back to scrolling through this mess. I'm in debt. Oh. I like being whitewashed. Oh, we have to read that. Okay, let me preface by saying I love my blackness, but I'm going to tell you what I mean by my title. I like being quiet. I like being artificial. That says articulate. Something I'm not. I like being quiet. I like being articulate. I like my hobbies, even if they're not fit for me as a black man. Oh, this is a man. I like having open-minded conversations with all sorts of people. I like judging based on character, not race or ethnicity. I like wearing what I like to wear. I like wearing my natural hair in its natural state. I like listening to all sorts of music, nightcore being my fave. I like watching white people movies. Now, if you don't do this, that does not mean that you are/aren't black or you are/aren't whitewashed. The entire term is stupid because it only re-inherits and reflects the ideas racists have of black people. Yes, you can be well-spoken, articulated, and educated and still be black. Why is this such a hard concept for some of us to understand is beyond me. I mean, yeah, most of the things he talked about, I don't even think are white people things. Nightcore, that's not even that white. Wearing my hair in its natural state, that's a black person thing to do. I mean, not to like, I get what he means. Like, the categories are what's harmful. But yeah, we talked about this in class actually. It's like sociology. And they were talking about like how people will kind of, there's like this box of how you should be depending on what race you are. Like, for example, and like people will try to take away the fact that you're that race or make you seem less of that race if you don't fit those criterias. Like how like Mexican people have the standard to like, if you're Mexican or Hispanic and you don't speak Spanish, then that makes you like less Hispanic, when it's like it doesn't. But that's just like the stereotype that people have for within their community. So yeah, I get that. I pretended to be Italian for 6 months because I liked a girl and she said she liked my accents. Met this girl at a party. She said, I just love European accents. Like, Italian guys sound so hot. I had two options. Be myself, say ciao bella, and I like a pizza too. Oh, be myself or say ciao bella, I like the pizza too. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't with the accents. Okay. I like a pizza. I'm trying to read it in an accent. I really am. The only thing I'm getting this country. Okay, it's not happening. It's not happening. Okay, obviously they chose option 2 to pretend to be Italian. Long story short, I became Luca from Florence. I committed. I watched tutorials. I started using my hands aggressively while talking. I sprinkled Mamma Mia into serious conversations. Do they really say that? Do they actually say that? I told her family I made olive oil. I didn't even cook. We dated for 6 months. She took me to Olive Garden once and I almost cried from the guilt. It ended with me accidentally responding to her "Ti amo" with LOL same. I still think about her sometimes, not sure if I miss her or just the pasta guy I became. I really want to know how it actually ended. Like, okay, he said it ended when I actually accidentally responded to her "Ti amo" with LOL same. Okay, but like how? Like, was it over text? Because I feel like you don't say LOL same, like, oh, same, like out loud, like in person. So I actually want to know the details of how she found out. Is this even real? I feel like it's so surface level. I mean, what did he expect to happen though? Because it's like, you didn't think you were gonna get caught. I'm totally sadistic if someone screws me over. Sure you are. Sure you are. Wait, let me research. Sadistic. Okay. Ew. It says deriving pleasure from inflicting pain, suffering, or humiliation on others. Sure you are, bud. Sure you are. I see red when I fight. Ew, like that's what it's giving. I'm totally sadistic if someone screws me over. I'm not a psychopath. I have compassion. I have compassion, feel love, etc. But if I'm But if I'm competing for something important and if someone screws me over, I literally want to dominate them to the ground and watch them suffer and hurt them. Wait a second. One girl played me. I messaged her boyfriend and she was basically begging for her life. I didn't told her to shut up and showed him everything and ended her relationship, and she got a restraining order. One guy was also very disrespectful and I beat him to a pulp. My mom and people were asking how guilty I am. I said I'm happy he deserved it. I don't know how I feel about that, because it's just like, I don't want you to come for me. That's what I... Look, you posted it online, you want to be judged. Don't find my location. But I'm gonna say that that's cringe. I'm sorry. That is so annoying. Like, someone does you wrong, and I hate people. Like, I told you guys, I'm so non-argumentative. So the people that get violent when they get upset are the worst type of people to me, because it's like, why? Like, breathe. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna be your friend, or I'm not gonna want to be around you if you're like the icy red when I get angry. It is really just giving like a guy who watched anime and now he feels like he has to be like the main character that doesn't put up with BS. Like, will I ever have a boyfriend? Let's get into this. Wait, this is me. This is my post. This is my post. No, I'm just kidding. But like, literally saying, will I ever have a boyfriend? I had many crushes, like always having one-sided feeling, so I never ever thought about having a relationship. Oh, you don't think about it? This isn't me. When I was in 11th, I had this huge crush on a guy and confessed to him, but after I realized I have never talked to him. I'm sorry, what? After I realized I have never talked to him, I just like him on the outside, like infatuation. After that, I don't know if I wanted to talk to him or wanted a relationship, but I was hurt that he didn't like me like that, which was very confusing for me. I was so stupid. That was the last time I talked to him. But personally, now that I'm a little older, 19, I don't approach guys. I just feel, how can someone be so open for someone or have time to give someone? It feels it's hectic. Because I have seen people in relationships. Don't know, maybe I haven't found someone worthwhile. There's a lot to get into right there. First of all, in 11th grade, you're crushing on guys you never even talked to. 11th, that's almost a senior. I feel like I've gotten out of that. I mean, I feel like I was out of that by that stage. Like, yes, I would like guys, but I would never confess to a guy I've never ever talked to. That's kind of insane. But also, I feel like you're going at this with a little bit of a bitter approach. Like, I feel like I just don't even have time. Like, I don't know how people, like, you know, you're acting like it's a problem, which sometimes it is. Relationships are a problem sometimes. Like, I would know, right? But like, sometimes they are, but you're looking at it from a problematic standpoint because you can't seem to feel like you could get one. But I also really relate. Like, I don't approach guys anymore because I feel like it's just useless. And again, like, yes, I have the same experience where like I've had a lot of crushes, but they ended up being one-sided, so I just gave up. So wait, we're in the same boat, girly. I'm just like a little more self-aware, or I'd like to believe that. I'm convinced half of the subreddit is just people's fake sexual fantasies. I don't want to lose him. I have no one else that loves me. You need to get self-respect. I protected my drunk friend from a sketchy situation. Now she's angry at me. You need to get better friends. Okay, that was a lot. There was a lot to go through. That was a lot of people who just needed a diary. How do I even end this off? If you ever feel the need to confess something, try to put it in a diary at first, okay? Or at least write it out in a Google Docs and then delete it and see how you feel after that. I feel like a lot of these are just like, I just have to get it out there and then never think about it again. Also, yeah, you really don't have to go to Reddit to your inappropriate problems. I just think it's crazy that people will say all these things online that they really don't need to. Maybe I view the media in a whole different way, but I don't think of it as a safe space, okay? I actually think of it like my worst fear would be confessing something online and then someone finding out that that anonymous account is actually me and I get arrested or something. I mean, I would never I don't have nothing to confess that made me get arrested. But you get what I'm saying, like, I would be canceled or like, but I do like to read confessions. I like to think that I think about things more logically than other people. I probably don't. But reading those confessions make me feel like I do. Anyways, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Comment down below also. I want to know your guys' view on things, like timestamp it or something, or do whatever you want. And just let me know what some of your opinions on these were, because again, sometimes I have different opinions from YouTubers. I just want to know your guys' opinions. TikTok, I have two. And Instagram. Yeah, I guess. I don't really post anything on my Instagram that's special, but also maybe comment down some video ideas because I'm running out.